Here's a fact that might surprise you. At any given time, there are an estimated 25 to 50 active serial killers in the United States. This isn't a wild guess. Experts analyze unsolved murders and look for patterns. These killers are out there, living among us, neighbors, co-workers, people we pass on the street. It's unsettling, but it's reality. The myth of the serial killer as a rare, monstrous figure is just that, a myth. Most are not criminal masterminds. They're ordinary people who blend in. Their greatest weapon is appearing normal. This allows them to continue their crimes undetected for years. Law enforcement faces a constant challenge. These killers exploit the anonymity of modern life. Their success is often a failure of our collective awareness. Why does this number remain so steady? The social and psychological pressures that create these individuals persist. As long as these root causes exist, new killers will emerge. Law enforcement works tirelessly to catch them, but the challenge is immense. It requires vigilance, advanced techniques, and a deep understanding of the human mind. The battle against this hidden threat is ongoing, fought quietly in our communities every day. Understanding the reality behind the statistics is the first step to awareness. Serial killers are not just characters in movies, they are a real, persistent threat. Their crimes often go unnoticed for years because they hide in plain sight. The world is not always as safe as it appears. Recognizing this uncomfortable truth is essential for our safety. The fight against serial killers is a fight for awareness, and it starts with seeing the world as it really is. Many serial killers wear what experts call a mask of sanity. On the outside they seem normal, charming, successful, even likable. Ted Bundy was a law student, politically active, and considered charismatic. This mask is their most effective tool, letting them get close to victims and deflect suspicion. Behind the mask, however, is a very different person. They mimic emotions, sympathy, kindness, love, but it's all an act. This lack of genuine empathy is a core trait of psychopathy. To them, people are objects to be used for their own gratification. This cold detachment allows them to commit horrific acts without remorse. Dennis Rader, the BTK killer, was a church council president and Boy Scout leader. No one suspected him. He lived a double life for decades, hiding brutality behind a responsible family man persona. This duality is terrifying. The monsters we fear may be sitting right beside us, hidden behind a friendly smile. Maintaining this mask requires a cunning, predatory awareness, not academic brilliance, but social skill. They observe, learn, and perform the social script flawlessly. That's why their crimes shock those who knew them. He was such a nice guy, neighbors say. This disbelief is a testament to the power of the mask. It's a carefully constructed lie that protects the killer and enables their violence. The mask of sanity is not just a disguise, it's a weapon. It allows them to move through society undetected. The real danger is not the monster in the shadows, but the one hiding in plain sight. Understanding this facade is crucial to recognizing the threat. The mask is what makes them so dangerous and so hard to catch. We must look beyond appearances. Sometimes evil wears a very ordinary face. The origins of a serial killer almost always trace back to childhood trauma. Few come from stable, loving homes, most endure abuse or severe neglect. This environment breeds rage, resentment, and a warped view of the world. Violence and control become their learned ways to interact. Trauma isn't a single event, it's often a relentless daily reality. Children in these situations feel powerless and insignificant. To cope, they retreat into fantasy, imagining themselves in control. These fantasies grow more violent over time, rehearsing for future crimes. Aileen Wuornos, for example, suffered abandonment, abuse, and neglect. Her rage was forged in a brutal childhood, not born in a vacuum. This doesn't excuse her crimes, but it helps us understand the roots of her anger. The cycle of violence is well documented. Abused children are more likely to become abusers. For future serial killers, this cycle turns deadly. They project their rage onto society. Their victims become stand-ins for past tormentors. Each act of violence is an attempt to reclaim stolen power. It's a desperate, horrific effort to heal an unhealable wound. Early trauma shapes a life's trajectory in profound ways. Understanding this link is key to breaking the cycle. The path to violence often begins in the home. Intervention can change the outcome. Beyond environment, psychology and biology play crucial roles. Many serial killers share traits known as the dark triad: narcissism, Machiavellianism, and psychopathy. Psychopathy is the most critical, marked by a lack of empathy and remorse. Psychopaths know right from wrong, they just don't care. Their emotional world is shallow, making it easy to inflict suffering. Scientists have found that some brains show reduced activity in areas linked to empathy and impulse control. Genetics may also play a role. Certain gene variations combined with trauma increase risk. This isn't a crime gene, but a vulnerability. The making of a serial killer is a perfect storm: biology, psychology, and environment colliding. No one factor is enough on its own. It's the combination that creates danger. Understanding these elements helps us identify risk. It also reminds us, people aren't born evil, but some are more vulnerable to becoming so. The roots of violence are complex. Only by studying all the pieces can we hope to prevent it. When a series of unsolved murders occurs, law enforcement turns to criminal profiling. Profilers study crime scenes, victimology, and the killer's actions to build a behavioral sketch. This isn't psychic work, it's methodical analysis. A profile suggests likely age, race, habits, and even where the killer might live or work. The goal: narrow the suspect pool and focus the investigation. Profilers like John Douglas and Robert Ressler pioneered this field by interviewing convicted killers. Their research revealed patterns. A disorganized scene might mean a young, impulsive killer, an organized one, an older, methodical offender. Profiling is an art and a science, sometimes remarkably accurate, sometimes less so. In the Unabomber case, a profile helped identify Ted Kaczynski, but profiles are guides, not evidence. They can't prove guilt in court. Still, they're invaluable investigative tools. Profiling relies on data, experience, and intuition. It helps law enforcement see the invisible patterns. And sometimes it brings a killer to justice. To catch a serial killer, investigators study two things: modus operandi, MO, and signature. The MO is the practical method, the how of the crime. It includes victim selection, approach, weapon, and crime scene control. MO evolves as the killer learns and adapts. Early crimes may be sloppy. Over time, methods become more efficient. Changes in MO can help link cases that seem unrelated. The signature, however, is different. It's the why. It's a ritual or behavior that fulfills a psychological need, not necessary for the crime itself. Examples: posing bodies, taking trophies, or specific mutilations. The signature rarely changes. It's tied to the killer's core fantasy. This makes it a profiler's best tool for linking crimes. When investigators see the same unique ritual across scenes, they know it's the same offender. MO tells how the killer operates. Signature reveals who they are inside. Understanding both is key to catching them. The signature is the killer's psychological fingerprint. It's a window into their darkest desires, and it's often what finally brings them down. Patterns are the path to justice. Are there warning signs? Experts say yes. The McDonald triad, cruelty to animals, fire setting, and persistent bedwetting, often appears in troubled children. Cruelty to animals is a major red flag, signaling a lack of empathy. Fire setting is about power and destruction. Bedwetting can indicate deep stress or trauma. These behaviors, especially together, point to a child in distress. Other signs: bullying, social isolation, obsession with violence, and petty crimes. No single sign predicts a killer, but clusters of these behaviors are cause for concern. Early intervention can change a life's path. Real cases teach us the most. Gary Ridgway, the Green River Killer, murdered at least 49 women. His ordinary life hid monstrous acts. He was caught decades later thanks to DNA technology. Jeffrey Dahmer's crimes were driven by a need for control. His quiet demeanor masked horror. He killed for over a decade because he seemed harmless. The Golden State Killer, Joseph D'Angelo, used his police knowledge to evade capture for 40 years. He was finally identified through genetic genealogy. These cases show killers come from all walks of life: charming or reclusive, intelligent or simple. Forensic science and persistent investigators are key to solving these crimes. Vulnerable populations are often targeted. Society must protect them. Studying these cases honors the victims and helps prevent future tragedies. The lessons are clear: evil can hide anywhere, but science and vigilance can bring justice. By learning from the past, we protect the future. Every solved case is a victory for the community. The world of serial killers is dark, but knowledge is power. Understanding how they operate isn't about fear, it's about awareness. Trust your instincts. If something feels wrong, act on it. Serial killers thrive on anonymity and isolation. Strong, connected communities leave fewer places for predators to hide. Pay attention to your surroundings and report warning signs of abuse or violence. Intervention saves lives and breaks the cycle before it escalates. New technologies and insights help law enforcement, but a vigilant public is essential. The police can't be everywhere. We are their eyes and ears. By recognizing patterns and warning signs, we all help keep our world safe. The journey into the mind of a killer is difficult, but necessary. By seeking understanding, we honor victims and work toward a safer future. Stay aware, look out for one another, and never underestimate the power of knowledge.